his ends had already left town. He was standing in the doorway, looking like the Jack of Hearts. He moved across the mirrored room, set it up for everyone, he said. Then everyone commenced to do what they were doing before he turned their heads. Then he walked up to a stranger and he asked him with a grin, "Could you kindly tell me, mister, what time the show begins?" Then he moved into the corner, face down like the Jack of Hearts. Backstage the girls were playing five cards stood by the stairs. Lily had the queen, she was hoping for a third, too much appear. Hudson streets were filling up, the window was open wide. A gentle breeze was blowing, you could feel it from inside. Lily called another bet and drew up the Jack of Hearts. Big Jim was no one's fool, he owned the town's only diamond mine. He made his usual entrance, looking up so dandy and so fine, with his bodyguards and silver cane and every hair in place. He took what he wanted and he laid it all to waste. But his bodyguards and silver cane were nothing for the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary combed her hair and took a carriage into town. She slipped into the side door, looking like a queen without a crown. She flooded her false eyelashes and whispered in his ear, "Sorry darling that I'm late," but he didn't seem to hear. He was staring into space over at the Jack of Hearts. I knew I've seen that face before, Big Jim was thinking to himself. Maybe down in Mexico, or a picture up on somebody's shelf. But the crowd began to stamp their feet and the house did dim. And in the darkness of the room there was only Jim and him, staring at the butterfly who just drew the Jack of Hearts. Lily was a princess, she was fair-skinned and precious as a child. She did whatever she had to do, she had a sudden flash every time she smiled. She'd come away from a broken home, lots of strange affairs, with men in every walk of life, which took her everywhere. But she'd never met anyone quite like Jack of Hearts. The hanging judge came in and noticed and was being wined and dined. The drilling in the wall kept up, but no one seemed to pay it any mind. It was thrown around that Lily had Jim's ring, and nothing would ever come between Lily and the king. No, nothing ever would, except maybe the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary started drinking hard and seeing her reflection in the knife. She was tired of the tension, tired of playing the role of Big Jim's wife. She had done a lot of bad things, ever once tried suicide. He was looking to do just good before you're still alive, but you're looking like a saint. Down the hallway, footsteps were coming for the Jack of Hearts. The backstage manager was pacing all around by his chair. There's something funny going on, he said, I just can feel it in the air. He went to get the hungry judge, but the young judge was drunk, and the leading actor hurried by in the costume of a monk. There was no actor anywhere better than the Jack of Hearts. Lily's arms were locked around the man that she dearly loved to touch. She forgot about the man she couldn't stand, who hounded her so much. I missed you so, she said to him, I feel it was sincere. Just beyond the door she felt jealousy and fear. And just another night in the life of the Jack of Hearts. Circumstance where they say that it happened pretty quick. The door to the dressing room was open and a cold revolver clicked. And Big Jean was standing there, you couldn't say surprised. Rosemary right beside him, steady in her eyes. She was Big Jim, but she was leading to the Jack of Hearts. Two doors down, the boys finally made it through the wall and cleaned out the bank safe. It said they got off quite a hole. And in the darkness by the riverbed they waited on the ground for one who members had business back in town, but they couldn't go no further without the Jack of Hearts. The next day was hanging day, the sky was overcast and black. Big Jim slept covered up, killed by a penknife in the back. And Rosemary on the gallows, she didn't even blink. The hanging judge was sober, he hadn't had a drink. And the only person on the scene missing was the Jack of Hearts. The carriage was empty now, a sign said closed for repair. Lily had already taken all the dye out of her hair. She was thinking about her father, who she very rarely saw. Thinking about Rosemary and thinking about the law. But most of all she was thinking about was the Jack of Hearts.